Okay, so I know some of the students are thinking na ECD ba yung para sa akin or ECD ba yung tamang major para sa akin and how would I know? So, at what it takes to be a CECDian. Okay. So, yung skills you should have, of course, the oral and written communication. Siyempre, alam naman natin na mahalaga talaga to hindi lang sa co-op degree but of course the other courses. Why? Lalo na dito sa ECD, you will encounter case studies, training analysis, research, reports, ang daming written reports and also oral kasi puro tayo reporting dito. So yes, magigamit talaga natin dito yung communication natin. Kaya at least you should have a oral and written communication. Of course, team player kasi di ba dito sa co-op pina-practice tayo to work with others kasi di ba kasama yan sa isang principle natin, cooperation among co-ops and yes, but it doesn't mean na forever kang mag-work or always kang mag-work with someone or with others. Kailangan mo din matuto to stand alone kasi meron talagang certain na projects or task na kailangan mong gawing mag-isa. Usually, the case study. So, kailangan mo din, at least marunong ka na to work alone and to work with a team. And of course, yes, the public speaking kasi nasa title itself, education and community development. Yes, more on education. So you are encouraged. At least you know how to do a public speaking kasi mapapractice talaga ang inyong nabanggit ko kanina, ang inyong communication skills. That's why it's also important na you know how to interact with others. You have intercommunication skills kasi you will interact with different types of communities of people and usually that community they have different culture or tradition. So para malaman mo yung best way to approach them or to communicate them, at least you know and um you know the community. You are familiar with that. So etong apat na to is the bare minimum skills that you should have kung gusto mong mag-ECD. And etong may binigay akong tatlong advantageous na skills din for you to think of. But guys, don't worry. Baka kasi naiisip nyo na, ay hindi ako ganun ka-knowledgeable or hindi pa ganun ka-develop yung public speaking ko. Hindi ako ganun ka-expressive. That's okay. Kasi along the way, along the process, along the CECD major, madedevelop na yan. Kaya huwag kayong mag-alala kasi pag-aaralan niyo din yan and doon madedevelop yan. So, the social media management. During these times, pandemic, lahat online, and average of people spend 4 hours of their day using social media. And that's ranked the Philippines as 67% social media penetration rate. Kasi talagang tayo yung isa sa mga active sa South Asia na gumagamit ng social media. So, it is advantageous kung ikaw ay marunong ng social media management kasi kapag training and programs, you're developing a program for a community or a co-op, it's advantageous na you know how to tap your desired audience. So, dyan na papasok yung social media management. Okay, and then sa cooperative compliance, yes guys. Ito, personal experience ko and siguro ma-experience nyo din too soon. Kasi kapag co-op graduate ka, the cooperative na papasukan nyo or pag-OJT-han nyo, assume that you are knowledgeable about the co-op compliance. So para less pressure, para less expectation sa ating papasukan na co-op, I advise you to have at least a basic knowledge in cooperative compliance. Ito yung magiging edge nyo sa ibang major or specialization kapag mas knowledgeable ka about sa co-op compliance, that's a plus point. And then, ito yung tinatawag nating trendy skills na, puro online tayo ngayon, less physical interaction. Itong mga trendy skills na to, yung timely and relevant na skills na meron kayo. So, ito yung mga basic graphic designing, basic Photoshop editing, you know how to navigate the online platforms for e-conference or for virtual work, for work from home setup, and the events management, and then the hosting. That's the trendy skills. But guys, I repeat, it's okay if you don't have these skills to now, okay? Kasi, katulad na banggit ko, mapag-aaralan nyo to or matatakal nyo to. And guys, I just share to you na when I graduate last 2018, lahat ng skills na to, hindi lahat nito meron ako. Ang nakatulong talaga sa akin to develop these skills is my involvement in the organization. Kaya I encourage you to maximize the resources that you have involved in the organization, JCA, that works, SEC, and other student organizations that you have in your department. Kasi kung sa school, tinuturuan tayo ng theoretical, the other histories, kung papaano to, ganyan. Sa organization, tuturuan tayo kung paano siya put into actual. Kaya dito rin yung sa co-op compliance, although i-discuss naman to of course i-discuss to sa ECD major, but you know how to put it into actual work kapag sa organization. So yes, I'm encouraging you guys to maximize your resources by involving yourself in an organization like JCA to maximize also your potentials. And eto, kung sa skills na to ay wala, and wala dito yung interest mo or at least your hobby or nandyan pero hindi ganda na de-develop, at least if you are into speaking, yes, katulad na nabanggit natin kanina, we're more on speaking, facilitating, organizing training. So, ECD is good for you. Facilitating trainings, organizing trainings and program. Yes, kasi dito may experience nyo kung you are a type of person na yung nasa back curtain, kung paano prepare yung isang event or isang program, ECD yung para sa'yo. Kasi may experience mo dito to organize or create a training or program from scratch up to implementation. So, ganon ka-diversified ang ECD kasi tuturuan ka niya to develop a program, a training, not just in co-op, but also in other institutions like NGOs and LGUs. Community involvement, nabanggit ko kanina, kasi you will have this very exciting part ng ECD, yung community immersion. Mamaya ipapakita ko yan sa inyo. When we say community involvement, I mean it. Talagang gagawin nyo more on off-campus kayo kasi you have this training assessment, community assessment, lagi kayong nasa labas. Talagang kaya learning is fun sa ECD. Kasi more on interaction, dito ito yung correct, right example ng you cannot contain the knowledge, the experiences in a four-sided room. So you have to go out, you have to explore. And yes, if you're into socializing, kasi syempre tayo, magko-communicate tayo with the community, with the co-ops. So at least you know how to socialize. You know how to interact. You are very open to communicate with others. And if you're into adventures, kasi nabanggit ko kanina, lagi kayong lalabas, lagi kayong off campus, madami kayong mamimit na iba't ibang tao, and at the end of the day, you will realize paano ko matutulungan yung co-op na nagsastruggle sa ganito, yung community na may challenges na ganun. So that's adventure. Hindi mag-e-end yung learning nyo sa paggawa lang ng reports, sa pakikinig sa classroom, but also interacting and engaging yourself in a community. Okay. So, ayan. So, dito sa ECD, we, in ECD, we engage to the people. We empathize and we empower them by the education and the training that we create, that we develop for them to help the community. So dito, hindi lang talaga tayo more on talaga actual tayo dito sa ECD. Kaya uh, this is my first choice talaga kasi I'm more on to expressing myself, helping others, and if you're same with me, bagay kayo dito sa ECD.